I want y'all to look very good, have a good hard look at what you see on your screen right here. And I just got done talking about Mike McDaniel in 2 videos. Now I have to talk about this situation involving a young lady by the name of Kelly Curtis in this video. It says, meet Kelly Curtis, USA Skeleton's first black Olympian. And I'm looking at this picture, and if they didn't put black in there, I would have never guessed that she was black or had black in her. Nor would anyone else. Everyone who's listening to the sound of my voice, that time has arrived where the whole 1-drop rule thing is kicking into high gear. And it's of no shock that they're doing this, and how ironic that they're doing it in Black History Month. When I saw this, I said, my people have got to see this. And as you can see, this is my page, and I retweeted it, and it says, first Mike, now Kelly. And people were going crazy in the comments, in the threads after I had posted this. I'm not going to go through the comments, but I'm going to read an article. And it's crazy because when I typed her name into Google and just typed in certain keywords, they have multiple articles written up about her and continuously call her black. So I'm going to go ahead and read one of the articles that I found. It says, Kelly Curtis grew up in Princeton, New Jersey, playing basketball and running track. Now she's the first black, this is their words, not mine, woman to compete in the skeleton for the U.S. Olympic team. For those unfamiliar with the skeleton, it is described as a winter sliding sport in which a person rides through a small sled, known as a skeleton bobsled or sleigh, down a frozen track while lying face down and head first. Curtis, age 33, grew up in an athletic family. Her dad, John, played in the NFL, and her mom worked in the local fitness community, and both her sisters played sports as well. Her road to the Olympics started more than a decade earlier when she transferred from Taurean University to her father's alma mater, Springfield College, where she competed in the heptathlon. And I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. After winning the heptathlon, listen, I know I'm butchering that word. Bear with me. At Penn Relays, in 2011 and graduating from Springfield in 2012, Curtis thought her career was over. However, the same year Curtis transferred to Springfield, her track teammate Aaron Pock won a bronze in the bobsled at the 2010 Vancouver Games. The coach saw similarities between Pock and Curtis's athleticism and suggested Curtis give the bobsled a shot. I thought it was a joke, Curtis said, according to the teamusa.org. In 2013, Curtis attended a bobsled combine and did so well that she was invited to a bobsled driving school program at the Mount Van Hovenberg Olympic Sliding Center in Lake Placid. It was there that Curtis first saw someone on a skeleton sled. I saw how much more fun they were having on a skeleton sled, she said. On the last day, I was like, I want to try that. After her first run, Curtis was hooked. Now she's competing at the Beijing Olympics in the skeleton for the U.S. team, and is currently 18th, heading into the final round of the skeleton Saturday night. I'm treating this like every race, she told NPR. Like many athletes with Olympic dreams, Curtis had to piece her Olympic career together with help from family and friends, including her husband, Jeff Milleron, who doubles as her strength and conditioning coach. In 2020, Curtis heard from a teammate that the U.S. Air Force was accepting civilians into its world-class athlete program. Curtis jumped on the opportunity, completing her basic training that summer. Curtis, who is biracial, knows that she does not fit people's preconceived notion of a skeleton athlete or a black woman when they see her. All of that debate's exhausting, she told NPR. I'm not either black enough, something she says a teammate said to her, or I need to speak on behalf of all black Americans. Curtis has instead decided to focus on her career and her future. Just before the Olympics started, she moved to Italy with her husband, where she will work in knowledge operations at the Aviano Air Base and be able to train for the 2026 Olympics. So I just wanted to read that to y'all right there. And they basically just went over her whole, little history and whatnot. I would not be in the least bit surprised if she was married to a PC man, that name. But the part that I'm focusing on is they said she's biracial. I can't even really classify her as that, and you'll see why in a minute, because I actually found a picture of her with her mom and her dad, and I'm gonna let the imagery speak for itself. But she says that I'm either not black enough, something she says a teammate said to her, or I need to speak on behalf of all Black Americans. I would not be surprised if she came out and did the whole thing like Mike McDaniel did and said the whole I'm human, or go with the whole I'm human narrative. Now, what I'm going to do right quick is I'm going to pause this and I'm going to find that picture of her with her family, but in particular, her mom and her dad. Okay, so this is a picture of Kelly Curtis with her mom and her dad. Even at this glance, I wouldn't even pin her dad as a Black man. Now, he definitely looks like he's mixed with something at best, which means on her dad's side, the lineage is more melanated, a little bit more further down the line, maybe his mom or dad or whoever the case may be. But it's almost like she has the same thing going on with her as Mike McDaniel has going on with him. And we can clearly see that her mother is PC. So with this mix right here, I can't even completely begin to call her biracial, quote unquote. And again, I have to ask, on her job applications, what did she put down, or what did she mark? I'm willing to bet it probably most likely wasn't Black, and I would have to agree. Because when I look at her, I don't see a Black woman. Now, keep in mind, the article or the clipping that you just saw in from what I just read, that wasn't a post made by a Black person. This was when I say they, I'm talking about PC have gone out of their way and declared her a Black woman, or first Black woman to accomplish this. This is who they declared as the first Black woman to make that historical moment at the Olympics. And look at Mike McDaniel. There's a lot of similarities going on here because I think she's married to a PC individual just like he is. So we already know when she has kids, they're going to come out more looking like her mom than her dad, or anyone on her dad's side. That's for sure. But I wanted y'all to peep something else out as well that somebody else just sent me. Peep this right here. Forget the ad, or forget the ads that's right there on the side. We ain't paying attention to that. So we have this young lady right here whose name is Erin Jackson, who we can clearly evidently see that she is a Black woman. We don't have to ask. And it says American Erin Jackson wins the 500-meter speed skating gold at Winter Olympics after teammate gave up shot. Now look at how they labeled her, American Erin Jackson. They didn't say Black American Erin Jackson, or they didn't say the first Black American or Black woman to win in this spot, because I think she is the first one to win. Y'all can correct me down in the comments if I am incorrect. But look at how they labeled her. Remember what I told y'all when it comes to the Olympics in particular, that the only time PC will declare Black people as Americans is when we're winning for them. But any other time, we are Black or nigga or any other derogatory term that means Black. Congratulations to her. But I see what they're doing. Again, they said American Erin Jackson. They didn't say Black American. They didn't say first Black woman, if she is the first Black woman to win this. But the way that they're phrasing this, I think she is the first Black woman to win in this category. And one thing that I've also noticed going back to Kelly Curtis is when I was looking in the comment section on the threads in which I found that thumbnail, that not thumbnail, but that picture that I used from when I was recording her part of the video, it was a lot of PC people that was commenting saying that, okay, I think they're trolling at this point. Even PC is starting to question what is really going on here and why are they labeling people who we have to question if they're Black or not. Why are they instantly labeling them as Black? Again, with Mike McDaniel, the same thing. Why are they quickly running out and labeling him as Black? I even saw someone made a meme of Ryan Gosling, and it said Ryan Gosling as Barack Obama. It's gotten to that point where it's like you are declaring people who don't even look like they have the aesthetic of a Black person, and you're just instantly declaring them as Black. Let's keep this in mind, y'all. It is not, or I haven't seen any Black people declaring people like Kelly Curtis or Mike McDaniel as even biracial. It is they, and y'all know who they is, who is declaring this. They're the one running with that narrative. And I have the strongest inkling that there's a huge reason as to why they're doing that. You know how they say they have the $5 Indian with PC claiming to be Native Americans? Well, now it looks like they're trying to squeeze in the $5 Negro. Who would have thought that day would actually come? And here we are. But I just wanted to bring this to y'all attention. And I also saw some tweets from Kelly Curtis that she was, typing in the comment section, I think. But I don't know if that was her or not, because if it was, I feel like she would have like a verified check mark considering who she is and, what she accomplished, that they would give her a verified check mark. But someone was saying, like, she was saying how she's biracial, why people like coming at her and her dad's biracial and everything like that. Well, if you're quote unquote biracial, your dad's biracial, then you really can't declare yourself as quote unquote black then. Because I don't see really anywhere where she has declared that she was black, but they have declared that she is. And that goes back to what I was saying before when it came to people who are mixed. I said in the video, don't think for 1 second that just because you could pass, that they don't see you as a nigga like the rest of us. Because I'm willing to bet if you was caught up in something, they wouldn't treat you as a PC individual. They most likely wouldn't. And I got to question Kelly Curtis. How did you identify up until this point? Again, that's my question. The same thing, like I said, for Mike McDaniel, how did you identify yourself up until this point? Because I'm willing to bet it wasn't what they're declaring you as. But maybe you did. I'm not sure she declared herself to be biracial or whatever the case may be. But I know if a damn sure wasn't black. I guarantee that. But again, congratulations to Erin Jackson on her accomplishment, even though, like I said, they declare her American. They didn't say black American or black woman, but they instantly put black woman on Kelly Curtis, the one we got a side eye and question, or, see if she's actually, all that she's cracked up to be. I'm just saying. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. If you are new, make sure that you hit that notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video or go live.